You see this, lads? You see this, lads? It's why I haven't uploaded any other videos today. It's why I sat there for like 5 hours and said I'd rather just take a nap than get beal. Because I just don't know. Man, I'm just tired. I'm tired of every single time 2k take a step forward, they take a step backwards straight away. Every time there is something good in this game and they want to bring in another good thing, they have to remove a good thing that they can keep doing. There is actually no reason why 2k can't make it a weekly thing that they give us EVO cards. Like, everyone was hyped, loads of people are hyped about Franz. Again, he's not a move the needle player, but if you've got Franz in your collection, great. Loads of people are hyped when their random ass Amethyst cards are becoming diamonds. And sure, it doesn't bring as much hype as brand new cards, no, but it's a really cool addition. So all of these Amethyst cards now have diamonds. And we got it for 3 weeks. A really, really interesting concept, and in my opinion, a really cool concept for 3 weeks. And it also kind of coincided with super packs. So look, when super packs are a thing, people don't like them. The average player does not like super packs. And the reason why the average player doesn't like super packs is because they're VC only. They're VC only. And 7% chance, I don't know, you might see I'm guessing maybe we might see maybe one YouTuber make a pack opening. No? Oh, yeah. We're gonna see one YouTuber calling every single pack juiced. That's the only person that did a pack opening on these. They are that bad. They are that bad. So, yeah. The only redeemable thing about these super packs, first of all, Season 1, Season 2 super packs shouldn't be in the game. Imagine paying 15k for a Season 1 card. But the one redeeming thing about choosing super packs was that we got EVOs. That was like the one redeeming thing. Like, I wasn't the happiest about that. I would much rather see new content. But EVO cards being in the game is a pretty good compromise. It is. It really, really is. But lads, I can say all I want about EVO cards being a good compromise, this and that. But at the same time, they just got rid of them. They got rid of them. And it's like, I'm looking at this Bradley Beal and John Stockton gens. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is cool. These agendas are legitimately cool. I enjoy the fact that we have these agendas right here. I think it is a cool concept. It is something that I'm genuinely looking forward to using in my team. I'm excited about these. I really, really am. But it's like, why is it when we get something good, they just have to remove the EVOs? And the vacation isn't an excuse. That is not a good enough excuse because they've been on vacation a month. And vacation is an excuse for timely content. EVO should have been preloaded. They were away for four Wednesdays. Or 4 Tuesdays. Why not preload 4 EVOs for the 4 Tuesdays? There's a possibility of doing that. Why didn't they do that? Why did they not do that? It makes no sense. Like, there is nobody that getting rid of Evas Benefits. Because people are going to be buying super packs will buy the super packs anyway. And people that would be excited to see, oh, maybe my lower tier guys are getting better. Well, they're not getting to see that anymore, are they? So, I'm just looking at this whole situation like, the biggest issue I have with my team is not that, like, if you take a step back and you just look at my team for the first time, this is actually a good mode. This is the time of the year that I would actually suggest a lot of new players, if you haven't played it, to go play the mode. But for seasoned players, we can see that for every improvement, I'm not going to say for every improvement they take a step back, because they don't. For every 2 improvements 2K make, they screw up something that they have no right to screw up. They have just like the Christmas code. It was harder to screw it up than it was to do it right. And by that, I mean, what they did last year is doing it perfectly. They had to go out of their way to mess it up. They went out of their freaking way to make it bad. And just like this, you might be saying, oh, but like, the dev team's on vacation. It doesn't take a full dev team to put some EVO cards in the game. It just doesn't. I'm not a game developer. I'm not a game developer. And this was a brand new concept for this week only. Where we only saw it 1 week, last week, and then we didn't see it again. I can maybe say, okay, maybe it was planned for 1 week only. But for it to be what was our Tuesday consistent content, and then for it to be taken away midway through the season, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But what won't be taken away is us giving 2K our money. And everyone being like, oh, we should be grateful 2K are giving us free stuff. They should be freaking grateful we're giving them hundreds of millions a year for a game. That is just, at times, baffling decisions are made. We don't need to be thankful to 2K for anything. We're the ones giving them our money. Do we not understand that? I know I'm not in the hashtag nextmaker grind, but we're consumers of a game. We are consumers. We are the people. We are the reason we're the reason Ronnie 2K is a multi-millionaire. We're the reason the 2K CEO is a multi-millionaire. We're the reason there are probably tens, if not hundreds of millionaires involved in that company. Us, the players, the people that buy their products. We don't need to be thankful for anything in game. We're the one lining their pockets. Like, if we just decided, screw it, we're all going to give up, which is never going to happen because they have a damn monopoly, the company will go out of business quick. Actually, to be fair, it probably wouldn't. It would probably just get rid of a few IPs. They still have Grand Theft Auto. They bought the mobile game company. They would just shift. The Take-Two's too big. For if Take-Two lose NBA 2K, it's not the end of the world. But, like, I hate that logic of we need to be thankful for 2K. Screw that crap. Screw that. How much time and money do a lot of us spend on this game? Like, the least we can hope for is, I don't know, maybe for them to have seasonal weekly based content and not stop it in the middle of the season. I don't know. And that's the frustrating thing, because this is great. Like, literally, all I had to do a perfect Christmas period. Would I have brought a an exchange event? Sure. Not the end of the world. All they had to do was keep this as it was, keep all of XP as it was. There's now beyond level 40. So people are going to be getting their Sean Kemp on Friday. Cool. We could literally have had... That's what it could have been. All they had to do was bring... This is a new thing that they brought in. This concept, I think, is really fun. New concept, really cool. Great for the player base. But you know what? When you have something really good for the player base, it's only really good if you just keep the good things. If you keep the good things in the game. Like the option pack Christmas code from last year, which was really, really freaking good. Don't get me wrong, it was brilliant. That option pack code was fantastic. The best possible way of doing a code, and it being optionable. Again, if you do a challenge, if you do the challenge for these packs, by the way, where is it? You get a freaking unauctionable. You get an unauctionable pack. At least it's Amethyst or higher, but it's Amethyst or higher because these packs are Amethyst or higher. Like, you do all these challenges. You spend like hours playing this game. Like, these challenges aren't easy, by the way. These challenges aren't easy. So, like, if you look at season agendas this year compared to last year, best of my team. 40 assists, 33 points, 30 dunks, 30, like... This isn't easy. That's probably an hour and a half of your time. For an unauctionable pack. Like, how is it that the rewards are taking longer to get than last year, and now they're unauctionable? You're like, why, when they bring in something good, new, do they have to ruin something that works perfectly fine? There is not a single person in the history of my team that said, you know what, maybe we should get unauctionable rewards. And the one situation I understand giving unauctionable rewards is, it would be more understandable if they were giving out free cards more often. If, for example, you know the way the 250k locker code, they're a lot easier to get than previous 250k previous locker codes. You don't need to be that fast to get the cards. You can get it in 45 seconds if you're on stream. That is a time when I understand unauctionable players, because it would completely ruin the market if they're giving 10,000. They're giving out 5,000 of a card. Like, that would completely ruin the market. And then for the Christmas day, yeah, I think they should ruin the market. But, like, I think making them auctionable, and they didn't even have to make them auctionable. If they wanted to make them unauctionable for Christmas Day grind cards, because of how good Dwight and Lonzo are, and if they didn't want to ruin the market for Dwight and Lonzo, okay, just let us pick them. Let's pick them. Don't let us get an unauctionable Draymond Green as a scrub or an unauctionable John Wall who's already in a free unauctionable code. So if somebody landed and got both of them, they're screwed. It's like, why when they bring in something good do they have to ruin something else? And that is the biggest problem with my team. It's the frustration. It's the fact that I wouldn't be making this video right now if they had just done what they said, they never said they were going to do anything for the rest of the season. They literally, in their dev blog, didn't say they were doing anything this season. And this might be a reason why. Like, the Tuesday content, we were a little bit annoyed at the start when it wasn't free cards. It's not free cards, when there wasn't cards in the Tuesday content. But when it became EVO's previous cards, after a while we were like, oh, this is cool, this is a really cool concept. Why would you take that away? Like, am I in the minority that cares about that? Maybe. But just why? Just why? Like, there's no reason for it. There's no reason midway through the season to take away a concept that even maybe if it's not engaged with that much, is genuinely enjoyed by the people that are engaging with it. And it doesn't involve bringing in any new cards either. So it could easily have been done. It could easily have been planned for. And then, like, I'm still a little bit angry at the Christmas code that, like, I always give the Matt Ryan analogy. The game is the equivalent of a player scoring. The game as a whole is the equivalent of scoring 10 points in the NBA game. If it was done by Matt Ryan, everyone would be happy. If it was done by LeBron James, everyone would be annoyed. And the fact that 2K have shown time and time again that they have the ability. They have the ability to come up with good ideas. The EVOing old cards was one of genuinely, as far as Ultimate Team game modes go, one of the single best ideas brought into an Ultimate Team game mode. Evolutions, dynamic duos, situations like that are two of the best ideas 2K have ever had. And they've stopped working with them. They are the two, like, EA does so many things better than FIFA when it comes to Ultimate Team, but they're two things that 2K do better. And EVOing old cards, like we saw last year, doing that once a week is genuinely one of the ways to get so many people excited. Because especially if you are a new player and you've just bought a bunch of those cheap amethysts, and all of a sudden, oh wow, they have an EVO card. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way, but for me, I don't think it moves the needle. I don't think no EVO cards moves the needle. I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world, but it's a continuous, it seems to be just a continuous thing where really simple concepts that we like, they just get rid of. They just get rid of. Like, anyone saying, oh, they need to do a zero gravity every season. No, they don't. They don't. But it's like, new cards on Tuesday. It was a simple concept. They got rid of it. Albeit, they replaced it with something half decent. Then they got rid of that. And replaced it with nothing. Replaced it with nothing. Locker codes. Like, if you're going to make unauctionable packs, the one way that it would be acceptable to make unauctionable packs is if you were getting 3-4 times more packs. And that's the thing in FIFA. Is when everyone brings up unauctionable in FIFA, when you get rewards, you get a choice. You can either get half the rewards but auctionable, or double the rewards but unauctionable. If 2K gave us a choice when we beat an hour and a half of challenges to get one auctionable best of pack or two unauctionable, then that's where unauctionable works properly. That's how it works. There are ways to make unauctionable work, but all 2K did was replace almost every auctionable reward with unauctionable, and not only that, give us less rewards. Like, when 2K when EA brought in unauctionable, they doubled the rewards for unauctionable. They used unauctionable to allow them to give out way more stuff for the player, for in-game stuff, for in-game grinding, allow them to give way more to the player, while also not completely ruining the market. And 2K just done the opposite. They brought in unauctionable, which is an idea brought in from EA, but executed it like they have no idea how EA executed it. Like, they genuinely, it's like somebody looked at FIFA, saw that they do unauctionable, didn't see how, didn't have a breeze about FIFA, didn't see why it worked and how it worked, and either way, like almost all situations, other than with advanced SBCs this year, you would have a choice in a lot of times for unauctionable packs versus auctionable packs. But people in EA player base for FIFA are starting to get a little bit annoyed with unauctionable packs. But if they saw what 2K were doing with unauctionable stuff, man, they'd lose their crap. Like, I don't understand it. Unauctionable packs have a purpose. I would rather them not be in the game, but if you're going to bring them in the game, I initially thought, okay, we're going to get unauctionable packs, which means we're going to be getting way more rewards because it allows 2K to give us so many free auctionable cards, so many free rewards without ruining the market. And that just didn't happen, did it? That just didn't happen. Like, I don't know. I actually don't think my team's bad right now. I really don't think my team's bad right now. I think we're in a perfectly fine spot when it comes to my team. I would love to rant on here and say that the game is terrible, but it's not. And my biggest annoyance with it is that and this is, I remember Jazz saying it. Jazz said it once and he goes, most of the things that the community are asking for are things that 2K have already done but got rid of. And that is the issue. Is that almost everything that we are asking for in the game is something that was in the game, but they just got rid of it. And again, it's going to happen with EVOs. We may not see them for another couple of seasons, and then people are going to be hyped when they come back. Why do they keep having to take away simple concepts that we like? Giving us 4 old cards evoed every week for the entire year is not going to move the needle of anything in my team. It's not. I don't think it's going to takes much manpower because it's just shifting a few stats and badges. It's not going to take much manpower. It's not going to take a significant amount in terms of for its benefit cost benefit. It surely would benefit more than it would cost in manpower. Like, it is a simple concept that if it was done weekly, it doesn't have to be with Amethyst, it could be just with random ass cards. It's such a simple concept that if done weekly for the 52 weeks of the year, on Thursdays, keep your Tuesday packs, but on Thursdays, when we know we're not getting Thursday content vast majority of the time, these are packs, to keep people engaged on Thursday, there would be almost zero downsides of doing that. And it is not like a situation where, oh, I'm giving this crazy idea to 2K. No, they've done it. It's a simple idea that will bring a lot of benefit. Maybe not a lot of benefit for a lot of players, but a lot of benefit for a certain type of players, and should very feasibly be able to be done weekly. But it seems to be an active decision not to. And the fact they took it away mid-season is the most annoying part. But yeah, rant over. Game's fine. The game is perfectly fine. I'm not going to call my team good. I will not. Like, if they kept the Christmas code good, if they had just kept with the EVO cards, I would say it's a very good Christmas period. But they did one really good thing, and it was to give them all the free pink diamonds in the Galaxy Opal for the Christmas event, or for the Happy Holidays event. They did one good thing. But while doing one good thing, they had to screw up 2 other things. So, while it is good for new players, I can't look at that and think, like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, they beat the defender. They got the open layup for game. How do they throw it over the backboard? That's basically equivalent. They did all the hard work. And all they had to do was make the layup. And they missed it so badly, they chucked it over the backboard. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.